Hey everyone, welcome back to 5-Day Crypto. My name is Chase. Today we're going to look at Polkadot, aka DOT, also known as DOT. We're going to look at about 5 different charts, all kinds of different helpful tools for you. That's why we created this channel, to help you make more money, lose less of it, and refrain from all the hype, make another 4,000% in the next 4 days. No, we're looking at just the charts. I try to relay that information for you, to you, by you, for the people, that whole thing. I've been in crypto almost 5 years now. I do this full time. I made a lot of mistakes. I'm trying to help you prevent all those mistakes that I have made. So if you like that, follow me and I will help you to the crypto promised land. Hopefully that made sense to someone. Let's go ahead and get started. Dot on the 5-day Gaussian channel. The Gaussian channel can be helpful. Why? Because anytime you're near the bottom of the channel, it tends to be a good time to be buying, not selling. However, if you remember back in July 20th, what was everybody saying? DOT was going to a few dollars. It was rampant on social media and everything. However, if you have the right tools, know the right people, sometimes you can be confident that in the not so distant future, you're going to look like a rock star buying near the bottom of a Gaussian channel. Case in point, the wick went exactly to it. Okay, now we've risen back up, that's the word. Now, what do we have here? We've tried to break out of this Gaussian channel. We closed above it once, but I like to use 2 candles for a confirmation of the break, and we did not get it, right? We came up, nice, what was this, 28% candle in 5 days, and then we even tried to go even higher and close up here, but no, we actually closed back in the channel. So green candle, then back red, and then came back down. And now we're trying to reverse before even testing this median line again. So that's a bullish sign. However, look where we are. We're back just above it. We've been here before, several wicks, right? This could still end up being a wick. However, we only have 8 hours until we close this candle. So if we close it here, that would be a great sign. The top of that is just above $34. For DOT, we just need to close above that channel, and we have a potential chance to make our second candle next week, right? That would start on the 8th, October 8th. See at the bottom? The next one would close October 12th, and the new one would start October 13th. So we want to, first of all, close above the Gaussian channel. Second of all, we have to close above this orange box. What's this orange box? I'm glad you asked. Let's go back and look left. Look at all the area of consolidation here. Our initial big rise up here from just, a few dollars all the way back up to where this candle closed at $34.89. So $35 tends to be pretty significant for Polkadot. If we can start closing above the Gaussian channel, that's one check mark. If you can close above this little orange box of consolidation that's been proven since February, that would be another check mark. You want to do that. After we clear that, if we're closing, daily candles, weekly candles above $35, it's highly likely that we're going back to test all-time highs in the not so distant future. Boom. Next chart. Wrong chart. Next chart. The actual next chart. Let's look at DOT on the Bollinger Bands. That's what this is. So let's clear that's the same orange box. Okay, so what are we like here? Well, look at the mouth of the Bollinger Bands opening. Is that what you want to see? Well, yes, if you have your price action on top. Otherwise, when the mouth opens like it did back here, see the going up here and down here, your price action was under the median line. It's usually right wherever your price action is. As the mouth starts to open, you want to whatever direction you want that coin to go, right? If you're a shorter, if you want to short the coin, you'd want this kind of move. If you're long, which most people do, I don't recommend shorting anything. You want to, have your price action up here. You want the mouth to open, and then you can get your bigger moves. Let's go back and look at what DOT did back in July. Look at this move. After the $10 low, right? We got back above our median line. The mouth starts opening, and then explosive moves, right? Very nice. And the more longer you can maintain above the median line and hug that top line, the more bullish it is. As you can see, most of your price action takes place within the Bollinger Bands, and when your warning sign is when you come back and test the median line, you come back and test that, and if you're closing candles below it, it's not so good. The first candle we really closed below it was right here on September 7th, right? We actually dropped all the way to the bottom of the Bollinger Band and then came back up and fought. And now this kind of acts just like a ping pong ball. So when you test the top line, more than likely you're going to come back and test at least the median line. If you break that, more than likely you're going to test the bottom line. So what do we want to look for in the coming days? We want to see continuous separation and divergence of this top and bottom line with price action staying on top, and then DOT can continue the run. But we have to clear that $35 level. We're close. What else do we got? The Stochastic RSI, which is based on the RSI, and it measures your momentum of said move. So when you're up in this black area up here, you have a lot of momentum. That's why DOT is moving better than most coins today, right? It's up 8% as of recording, almost 8.5%. DOT is actually moving also against Bitcoin. We're going to get to that in just a second. So that's pretty impressive in itself. And this is why the momentum is just off the charts, quite literally. Most of your, momentum is going to be just in this kind of purple zone. Once you get to the bottom or the top of this, that is super momentum. This is super not momentum, right? Your car is stopped down in these areas. However, usually in the not so distant future, you're going to have some kind of move back to the upside. But as you can see, do you need to be getting worried about that? Well, maybe, right? You could always fish something out of the charts that says, warning, but until we close back in this shaded area, you should be good. This is on the daily chart, so you can add this to your chart as well. Now look, I want you to pay attention to this as well. Just because you're up here doesn't mean you have to immediately come back in like this, right? This lasted for a while. This was over a month. We lasted last time up here. A lot of momentum. This is when DOT went from $10 all the way up to past $30, $40 again, right? So we could stay up here, hopefully for a prolonged period. That would be great. What else? We have DOT Bitcoin on the weekly chart to wrap us up here. Now look at look at my drawings. Let's get off of the crayons. Back the crayon drop up here. Okay, so a parallel channel on a weekly scale for DOT Bitcoin. This is exactly what you want to see in a coin that you're owning that's an altcoin. You want your altcoin outperforming Bitcoin in a macro scale. Is DOT doing that? Yes. Here's the facts. Up. Which direction is this going? The answer is up. Initial touch point back here when we opened, right? Came back up, touched the top. Usually to draw a trend line or parallel channel, that's all this is. It's just two trend lines, really. You want to have more touch points the merrier. Usually 3 is key. Now, you could probably argue with maybe you got a touch point up here, but it's close. So we have 3 on the bottom for sure, right? 2 on the top. Now, if you want to connect these dots here, you can kind of start forming a pattern. I can help you if you can't visually do it. Down, up, down, up, down. What comes next? So hopefully we're not getting a rejection here and coming back down, because if that did that, that would be the first time that DOT actually did not follow the up-down pattern. What we'd want to see is this a continuation up to the upside here, right? And continue to outperform Bitcoin and continue to follow this pattern. Obviously, this pattern won't play out forever, but let's hope it's not right now, right? So let's remove this, and hopefully we can see that maybe it's not necessarily down, but maybe we could just end up drawing a trend line. But we need to break up pretty soon, right? We don't want DOT to be going much farther than this. Otherwise, we're going to break this, and we're probably going to retest the bottom of that channel. That is no longer on this chart. So we'll look at that more in depth if we start breaking down. But DOT is outperforming a good majority of the market today. So good news there. It's outperforming Bitcoin, which is very impressive. And the fact that most coins are getting destroyed against Bitcoin over the past few days speaks volumes for DOT. I think it's a great project. It's in my top 5 coins. If you don't know my top 5, if you're new here, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, Chainlink, Cardano. Those are my top 5. I got some others I like. Pretty much most coins on this list I like. So if you see some out here, chances are I've probably owned a little bit, but 80-90% tends to stay in those top 5 coins. So hopefully that helps you. If you want help navigating the markets through the rest of the bull cycle, be sure to follow us on Twitter, Telegram. We have a public one. We have a private one that I do a little bit more in, a couple videos, extra videos today there, that you can find the link to that. And Patreon. Patreon is also linked below. So hopefully you find us there if you need some more assistance. Okay, Crypto Fear and Greed Index. We're in extreme greed. Last week we were in extreme fear. This is pretty insane. So we can go down and look at the chart here. Look at the volatility here with the emotional sentiment of humans. That's all this measures. Is just they go out on social media, they go out and take polls, and they kind of fill out what the people are feeling. So it's no wonder that, you know, when Bitcoin makes a super impressive run back to 55K like yesterday, there's going to be people that tend to forget all their fears and think we're going up forever. Tends to not work that way, but being in extreme fear doesn't mean we have to go back down immediately. Case in point, over here, right? We got up to extreme greed, way up, right? We got to 90, 94. We were like holding support in the upper 80s for a long time back in November and December. So just because we're up here doesn't mean we have to drop immediately back down. Even back in here in August and September, right? We're extreme greedy here too. So it's good that we're continuing to make higher highs. You want to do that. Hopefully we can stay up here, but you know, obviously crypto is anything but calm at most times. Today's kind of a little bit wishy-washy, but that's welcomed sometimes. When after you have a big move up, you need some consolidation, cool off, which is healthy. You don't want to continue to pile on your house of cards, right? Otherwise it comes down without building the solid foundations. And the solid foundations in crypto are healthy pullbacks, nothing more than that. So you know, we're going to have a bumpy road along the way, but I'll do my best to help you guys make less mistakes than I made years ago. And that's that. So let's get to our quote of the day. If you want to read this, I'll read it. Okay. At age 20, we worry about what others think of us. At age 40, we don't care what they think of us. And at age 60, we discover that they haven't been thinking of us at all. So some deep thinking there, if you want to read into that a little bit more. I like it. Let's see. Crypto meme of the day. When you drive for Uber, but also trade crypto. This isn't my real job, you know. It's from, if you don't know, Dumb and Dumber. All right. Car of the day. Corvette C8 in some kind of custom wrap, maybe. I feel like this is Photoshopped, but I think he's trying to copy his car down here. If you can see it behind my picture that I can't move. So I actually I only pulled this up because I found this yesterday at Costco, and it's that same color. I know it doesn't look like it in this picture, but look, I have an actual regular blue one right here, and you put them side by side, then you can kind of see the difference, right? Now there are some weird differences with this one that I just got. It has a spoiler on it that I've never seen before. I have like 4 of these colors now, but they're all got the big spoiler. See that big spoiler on the actual blue one over here? And this one has almost like it's very different than the other models they have. So I don't know. This is not a real Corvette color that I'm aware of. So I don't know who got happy at the Maisto factory and just started doing their own thing. But I feel like this is like almost like an error, or someone just they ran out of supplies for real spoilers and colors, and they just started making their own shit up. We'll see how that plays out. Probably should have kept that one in the box, being so different, but I didn't really realize. So we'll see. Maybe I'll go get another one. Go check your local Costco if you're in America. I don't know if Costco's are overbound, but $14.99, $15 for model cars. Yeah, I'll take them. So I got that, and I got a couple others. We'll do another card today tomorrow. That's Polkadot and teal Corvette C8. All right, have a good one. I'll see you on the next video. Have a great Thursday if you're not already. Hopefully it's better after watching this weirdness. See you later.